was at the car wash this weekend, and whilst browsing their selection of novelty air fresheners, I was rudely interrupted by the sound of two men arguing. One of them had this to say: "Ah, you've damaged my car. You're going to have to pay for that." Well, being naturally curious, I went over to see what all the fuss was. And like an old friend, I recognised the damage instantly. And I couldn't help myself. I said to the yelling man, "You have worms on your wheel." And he said, "You what?" And I said, "Worms. Filiform worms. Filiform corrosion worms. On your wheel?" My guess is, around 4 months ago, you did a spot of shoddy parking and damaged the paintwork. To which he replied, "They were only a scratch." Well, every corrosion scientist knows it's never just a scratch. So I told him, when you damage the paintwork, you expose the underlying metal to electrolyte, like rainwater, or any aqueous solution containing electrical conducting species. And when that happens, you get an electrochemical corrosion cell. And your wheel is riddled. He made that noise again. And then he asked me, "What do you know?" Well, I could spare a minute, so I told him more. In the head of each one of these worms, two reactions take place. At the lead edge, an anodic reaction dissolves the metal, forming corrosion product, known in casual circles as rust. It's an oxidation reaction, so it loses electrons, and they flow from the front of the head to the back of the head, where they're taken by a cathodic reduction reaction, combining with oxygen and water to complete the electrochemical corrosion cell. I noticed he was looking a little bit angry, but I think he just had one of those faces, miserable. So I carried on. Oxygen from the atmosphere diffuses through the worm's tail, replenishing the cathodic reaction and driving the electrochemical corrosion cell forward until the entire wheel is engulfed. "So you see, good sir," I said, "this man didn't damage your car. It was bloody you all along. And remember, it's never just a scratch." Thank you.